Yo guys, in today's video, I'm going to be going over one of the most important settings in Fortnite and whether or not you should be using it. The setting I'm talking about, as you can tell from the title, is Edit on Release, and I'll be going over whether if you should have it turned on or off. Before we actually start though, for the people that don't know what Edit on Release is, it's basically when you select editing tiles on a building piece, and once you let go of your left click on keyboard and mouse, or your right trigger on your controller, the edit will automatically confirm, instead of you having to click an extra button for it to confirm the edit. So now that you know what the edit on release feature is, I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of having it turned on. So starting with the pros. Firstly, if you don't physically practice your edits all the time, like going into editing maps and stuff, then automatically it will be a good idea for you to have the setting turned on, as it helps you with editing much faster. Another thing is that if you have the edit on release feature turned on, your edit timing will be much faster, as you only need to click one button instead of having to click two buttons just to confirm one edit. So overall, if you're a player that either doesn't play the game much, has slow reaction time for whatever reason, or just doesn't physically practice their edits even though you play a lot, then having the setting turned on is a good idea. Now for the cons of having the setting turned on is, first of all, when you do a right hand peek over a peanut butter edit, for example, it'll be much worse, as you basically expose yourself while doing your right hand peek, as if you try to move towards the non-edited spot on the wall, for example, your edit's just going to completely get messed up, as you're going to select an extra tile while moving to either the left or the right of the right hand peek. Now for the pros of having edit on release turned off, first of all, again, your peeks will be much better, as you're easily able to protect yourself while taking peeks, leading to you to die less or to take unnecessary counter damage while doing right hand peeks. By the way, I'm going to be showing you guys a whole bunch of these different peeks towards the end of the video, so make sure you stick around until then. Another pro is that it leads to you not doing unnecessary amount of edits while fighting. Instead of you free building or edit coursing during fights, having edit on release turned off will restrain you from doing that for the most part, which will lead to you playing more smart while fighting. Now, there's really just one big con of having edit on release turned off, and this one con will just influence you to decide if you want to either have the setting turned on or off. And that's just your editing is going to be much, much slower. So, for example, if you were a demon on edit on release turned on, the second you decide to make the switch to edit on release turned off, you'll see how much skill you just instantly lose. You'll have to put in like months of work, and every day you're gonna have to get on and dedicate like an hour to just practicing your edits, just so you can become like just better at the game and reach the skill you once were on edit on release turned on. Alright, so now I'm going to be showing you guys an in-game example of different peaks with edit on release turned on and edit on release turned off. So starting with edit on release turned on, basically if someone's in a box like this and you're trying to like do a right hand peek, so I'm going to take their wall and then do a right hand like this. As you can see, if I confirm the edit, I'm completely exposed to the other player, so they're able to do a lot of counter damage to me. But if I try to like move over to the left under this gray line, it makes me like select this middle tile like that, so I can't really do it because I want to hug the wall while doing a like safe peek like this. You want to hug the wall. So basically, when I have this setting turned on, I can't really do that without messing it up. But if you have fast reaction time, you can still basically just like confirm the edit and then move down here really fast, just like that, so that you're actually safe from the opponent. But again, you can't really like turn around to watch like your surroundings. You can't like put your crosshair on the player before confirming the edit. So there are a lot of cons, as I said before, but again, it's just really fast, like, and it's easy to use, so it's just really convenient. That's why people use it, and it's actually just a setting in the game. So now another peek is just like a window peek. When you're doing a window peek and your opponent's just in the middle of the box, you want to obviously not be like this and shoot them, because they're going to shoot you back. You want to be like hugging the wall like right here. And for a window peek, it's actually like easy because you're not selecting multiple tiles and you're not moving. You can literally just stand in the center tile, edit this tile, and you're safely behind the wall. So edit on release doesn't really affect this peek. And again, if you have the setting turned off, it would be much easier to use, because you could again be able to look at your surroundings and do much more things and put your crosshair on the opponent. Okay, so now I have the setting turned off, and basically right here, as you can see, I selected the thing and I've completely just let go of my select button on my mouse. So as you can see, I can freely look around. I can do whatever I want. I can walk around. I can walk to the back of the box and come back with it still being selected and me not changing any tiles. And I can, again, the most important part, I can select the edit, come behind, if you guys didn't know, by the way, this gray line is where you're safe. So if you're behind the gray line, you're safe, not like this little blue area. But if you're behind this gray line, I can just walk behind here, confirm the edit, and as you can see, I'm completely safe. I can jump and just reset after shooting him. And yeah, so that's basically what safe right hands are, not like something like this because I'm like exposed to the player. So again, be behind the gray line like this, and you'll have a safe shot on your opponent. And again, for window edits, it's basically the same thing as release turned off or on, because again, you don't have to really like move around. But the one difference is you're able to put your crosshair on the player in the box. So if I've selected the thing, I, instead of like having me look over here, confirm the edit, and then look over to the opponent, I can just like edit the tile, look at my opponent, confirm, and then shoot at him, just so I can get the shot off really fast, and I can just reset the wall. So I really hope all the information wasn't very confusing for you guys, but now to answer the main question on if you should have edit on release turned on or off. And for me personally, this is a question that has two correct answers. So first of all, if you're a player that's trying to become a pro, then having edit on release turned off may be the play, because again, as I said, it helps you fight much smarter, take less counter damage while fighting, leading to you to die less. And if you look at most of the pros, they usually don't have this setting turned on. But again, there are pro players that do have this setting turned on. So don't worry if you're like really good on this and you're doing good in tournaments and stuff. It's not like you're not going to become a pro if you continue to grind. It's still obviously very, very possible. But I'm just saying most pros have the setting turned off. So again, if you want to have it turned off, that's the play. But if you're a player that's already like really good with edit on release turned on and you don't want to lose all your skill, don't worry. As I said before, there's obviously pros that have this setting turned on. It's not like you can't become a pro. And if you have the setting turned on and you're already good, great job. Keep practicing. And if you keep grinding, you'll get there one day. And for players that are just like casual players and don't physically play this game that much and want to just have like fast editing, having the setting turned on is a very, very good idea. You don't want to have the setting turned off because your editing will just be so bad and it's just going to be unplayable for you. It's going to be really annoying. So yeah, that's basically should answer the question if you should have the setting turned on or off. If you're trying to become a pro, have the setting turned off. But if you're already really good with the setting turned on, then just keep it on. And if you're a casual player, you should also have the setting on. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you guys found it helpful, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button because we're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. And I would really like to hit that goal before the end of summer. So if you would like to help me out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to further support me, make sure you use code MELLOW in the Fortnite item shop. And if you guys have any questions at all, make sure you let me know down in the comment section below and I will respond to you. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.